They stepped up and knocked down threes as if this was no pressure whatsoever. As you mentioned, fighting for the NCAA tournament live. They're getting the job done. We'll see if that momentum continues.
7th overtime game between these two schools and 4th in the last 12 meetings in this great rivalry.
And again, I think if Jim Boeheim had to do it all over again, he probably would have gotten Lindsey Onuaku off the floor a little bit earlier.
Devendorf starts the extra session with a 3. 18 points for Devendorf. Wright has 25 for Georgetown, but he also has 4 fouls, as does DeJuan Summers. Freeman finds Monroe for the stop.
Well, both teams now starting to play very sharply. And Georgetown, once again, high percentage shot. They are getting into the gaps. They are finding people inside.
Wright got a hand on it, but it will stay Syracuse basketball. Syracuse at 6-6 in the league. They've lost 5 of 6. Georgetown has lost 6 of 7 and is 4-7 in the Big East. Huge for both teams, certainly bigger for Georgetown, though. Flynn gets into the lane and scores.
Well, you asked about what Johnny Flynn was doing, giving up the ball in the last possession with an opportunity to win it. I'm sure he thought the same thing, and he's not going to make the same mistake here in overtime.
Syracuse by 3. Wright goes baseline on Jackson. Finds Summers in the corner. Can't tie it. Long rebound to Sapp. And he puts it in.
That time Syracuse has got to be careful now. Once they make a stop, the ball goes on the board. Guys can't take off for the fast break until you get possession. And that's what happened that time. Everybody's getting ready to run out in transition and nobody going after the ball. It's all Georgetown.
Flynn against Sapp.
And again, you look at the 1-4 formation using the high screen right now. Johnny Flynn is going to create for himself or others. This is as though the shot clock is running down every possession for Syracuse.
Here's Harris, fumbled it. Shot clock at 3. Out of bounds, it'll stay Syracuse ball with 2 seconds to shoot. Georgetown gets 1 here in overtime. Here's Flynn, gotta let it go. It's a shot clock violation.
Nice little shot. And in this game right now, you can't afford to have a possession without getting a shot up.
Georgetown trying to take the lead on this possession. They were down 16 in the second half. Freeman and the Hoyas have a 1-point edge. Head coach, they have lost 4 straight at the Carrier Dome. Chris White has 25 to lead the Hoyas. Johnny Flynn with 21 for Syracuse.
And Georgetown fully aware of the fact that every win means something.
Devendorf knocks down a 3, and Syracuse is back up 2. 21 for Eric Devendorf. He scored 20 or more in 5, or make that, 5 of the last 6 games.
And to finish my sentence, every win means something with regard to NCAA tournament hopes.
Sapp got Devendorf in the air. Right for another 3. Can't answer.
Look at Flynn. Elevate.
They'll spread it out for Flynn with Austin Freeman guarding.
It was a good shot, but again, Georgetown's success had been on penetration and kicking and utilizing some patience till they get the Orange out of position. That time, probably didn't exercise enough.
Flynn facing a double team. Here's Harris. Shot clock at 4. Harris, they're going to call a foul on Georgetown on the strip.
Usually relinquish their responsibilities. They certainly never delegate in the crisis.
13 out of 14 for Flynn at the line. It's a 2-possession game inside of 50 seconds left. Georgetown does have a timeout. Off the hands of Harris, it will stay with Georgetown.
You get a quick two, then you turn around, you got a foul. Onuaku's in the ball game, you got Jackson in the ball game, but right now throwing it back.
Freeman down the lane, and a blocking foul called on Onuaku.
His foot started to slide.
Freeman is now 3 of 7. Freeman gets the second one. It's a 3-point game. They don't want to foul Flynn, but they may have to. They'll get Harris here at the strike. And that makes it a 2-possession game.
Syracuse with 3 guys back, making sure Georgetown doesn't push it up quickly.
1 out of 2 for Harris. Inside of 25 seconds to go. Summers down the lane. And the basket by Monroe. It's a 2-point Syracuse lead. John Thompson will call his final timeout.
Somebody else an opportunity to get open.
Harris will try to get it to Flynn or Devendorf.
Can't get it in.
Yep, got to call timeout. That'll leave Syracuse with 1. Down twice. Cincinnati did. Harris, and nobody covers Devendorf. And an easy 2 to make it a 4-point lead. Freeman for 3. Monroe gets the handle and scores with 8.5 on the clock. They got a foul. And they do foul Johnny Flynn with 6.8 seconds remaining.
Defense against it.
Flynn is 14 of 15.
Because Georgetown, even on a make, has pushed the ball up very quickly.
Georgetown will look for the 3.
Well, they got to go so fast right now. You got to pull up right here. No pass.
Well, Sapp took it into the lane, didn't score. Game over. Syracuse hangs on in overtime.
And hang on, they did.
They blow a 16-point lead in the second half. But that doesn't matter now. Syracuse wins it in overtime to go to 19-7 and 7-6.